What if I told you that it's actually very easy to manifest what you think is impossible? The Bible actually was clear about this, you just didn't pay attention. That's why you think every goal you set is too far. You may think that it requires insane amount of hard work, patience, dedication, or discipline, not knowing that life can actually flow naturally. My own goal was actually insane until I got into the path to realize them. I came from a third world country, just the idea of escaping, retiring my mom, buying my dream car, going from $8 to $60k and ending up with an amazing wife didn't look possible. Yet I'm here now sharing you my story. Back then, to me, it felt like I was absolutely delusional. It looked too far, it looked like the kind of life other people would get, but someone like me, never. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to achieve what feels impossible to you. There'll be 3 Bible principles that I'm sure you never heard of that we're going to talk about. By the end, you'll understand how to apply it in your own life so you don't waste any more years trying your best just to stay at the same place. And if you're wondering who am I help people break out from their repeated failures, whether it's in business, career, or relationship, especially if you've tried your best, but it still didn't happen. Link in the description. Before we dive deep in the 3 principles, there are a couple of verses that you really need to understand, otherwise you will not click. The first one is Matthew 6:33. It says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." And you may think, what is the kingdom of God? The kingdom of God is heaven. Heaven is not only a place in the sky, but it is also a state of mind. So, in order to get anything you want in your life, you need first to reach the equivalent of the state of mind it will bring you. Otherwise, you will never have it. Seek ye first the kingdom, and these things shall be added to you. If you chase the things first, you will never reach the kingdom. But if you get to the kingdom first, and then those things will automatically flow into you. So for example, if you want money, most people, what they do first is they chase money. They start a business, they start investing, they start working more than ever, not knowing that's the exact wrong process of creation. You first need to understand what money will bring you. Most people I work with, they say that money will bring them peace, it brings them security, it will make them feel good. So, those are the exact emotions you need to feel first before getting money in the first place. You seek the kingdom first, and then the things will be added onto you. You seek the emotional state first, and then you will have its equivalent in this physical world, not the other way. Another verse is John 3:27. It says, "A man can only receive from heaven." And heaven, remember what it is? It's a state of mind. So you need to feel the emotion of whatever you want first before having them in the first place. One more is Proverbs 23:7. It says, "As a man think, so is he." If in your state of mind or in your state of consciousness, you're consistently stressed, worried, and in constant fear, that's the only reality you're gonna get, nothing else. Whatever emotional state you seek first, you're only gonna get the equivalent of it. If you know that money gonna make you feel safe, but by chasing money, you're consistently stressed, never you get the money. If you want a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a husband or a wife, but you consistently fear of losing them, eventually you're gonna lose them because that's what state of mind you're in the first place. And one more thing before we start the whole thing. So you need to see your life like a tree. A tree doesn't grow outward first, it grows inward, and then, only then, it will start to grow outward. So you need to see your desire the same way. Let's say you want money. How is money gonna make you feel? You're gonna feel safe. You're gonna feel grateful. Well, those are the emotions you need to cultivate in order for money to appear in your life. Most people, they're trying to get the money right away. And the issue with that is they're seeking the things first, not the kingdom. The kingdom is the emotional state you're gonna be in. It's your state of mind. So, this is where you seek the emotion. Same as a relationship. How's a relationship gonna make you feel? It's gonna make you feel appreciated. It's gonna make you feel that you matter. It's gonna make you feel loved. So, those are the emotions you need to cultivate in order for you to get a relationship. You gotta love yourself first. You gotta believe that you matter. You gotta appreciate yourself first. Otherwise, you will never get a relationship. Same as if you want a better career. How is a better career gonna make you feel? It's gonna probably make you feel more secure. It's gonna probably make you feel more proud. Well, you need to feel proud and you need to feel secure first in order for you to have it in this physical world. Simple as that. And the way you do it, you just use your imagination. Your imagination is enough to bring you emotion. And emotion is the key to get whatever you want. And emotion is free. You don't require anything external. All you gotta do, give it to yourself internally, and then eventually you'll have it externally. The first Bible verse we're gonna talk about is from Joshua 24:15. And summing the passage, it says, "Whom shall you serve?" This doesn't only come down to are you gonna serve the devil or the Lord. It also comes down to are you gonna serve the emotion of your desired reality or the opposite? Are you gonna serve what's gonna lead you there or what's not gonna lead you there? So I'm gonna give you a few examples. The first one, fear or faith. This is probably the most obvious. Which one are you gonna serve? Are you gonna serve fear or are you gonna serve faith? You start in a business. Are you gonna start to fear failing or are you gonna have faith that you're gonna succeed? Most people, they choose fear over faith, and it's the same thing. Because think about it. Fear, you fear because it didn't happen yet. You fear what's gonna happen. But the thing is, like, you cannot see what's gonna happen. It's the same thing with faith. You cannot see it until it happens. So fear and faith, they're exactly the same thing. You just need to decide which one you're gonna choose. Same as failure and success. When you try something new in your life, are you thinking more about the instance where you fail in your life, or you're thinking about the instance where you already win in your life? Most people, again, they always choose failure. And that's why it seems like they cannot go anywhere regarding how hard they try. It's because they're focusing on the state of mind they do not want. That's exactly. Seek ye first the kingdom, and then all these things shall be added unto you. If whatever state of mind you have first, from there you're only gonna get its equivalent, nothing else. If you operate from fear, but you want great success, trust me, it's not gonna happen. Due to the nature of reality. Same as scarcity or abundance. Are you gonna focus more on what you don't have, or are you gonna focus more on what you already have? This is what the Bible talks about when it says, the more you have, more will be given to you. But for those who do not have, even what they have, it will be taken away from them. Why? It's because you're focusing on the wrong things. Even if nothing is going on in your life, you can use your imagination to make circumstance work for you. That's all you need, because reality starts in the mind. Reality starts from the inside, just like the tree. Remember, it grows inward first. It's inward first. So your imagination is what's gonna get you out of any situation you're gonna find yourself in. For me, for example, I was born in a third world country, right? So I was surrounded by scarcity. I saw people starve. I saw people having nothing. I saw people losing everything. I saw all type of shit over there. But I never put my focus on it. I just used my imagination, and then I was thinking of a better world. That's exactly how I ended up here. Even though my eyes only saw scarcity, in my mind, in my imagination, I refused to relate to that scarcity. I was always locked in abundance, and that's exactly how God was able to lift me up from that place. Let's say you're trying a business and you keep failing. In reality, yes, you're failing, but remember the tree. You're failing on the tree, but inwards, you're probably failing somewhere too. So that's where you need to fix first. You just need to focus on your past success and watch. You're gonna start to have motivation again, and then you're gonna be like, shit, I could have done this before. I can do it again. Same with fear and faith. You cannot see none of them, but eventually one of them is gonna happen. which one you're gonna choose? Whom shall you serve? What's gonna change it is your focus or your concentration. That's what you need to do to shift it. Because they're all the same energy. And all you need is imagination to feel those emotions. Simple. The next one is you shall make bricks without straw. What happened is Moses asked Pharaoh to leave the slaves alone. And instead, Pharaoh was mad at them. So he decided to punish them even more. And he said, you shall make bricks without straw. Otherwise, you're gonna get harsh punishment. So what the chosen people did is they start to make brick without straw. This is just to say that you can literally make the impossible possible by trusting in God. Because the people that Moses was trying to free, it was an order from God. God told Moses, free those people. And Moses asked Pharaoh, let me free those people. But Pharaoh didn't let them go. He made them a harsh punishment. So what God did is God was directly helping those people. So even though they were ordered to make bricks without straw, they were still able to make bricks. That's exactly how the story goes. And it might have happened thousands of years ago, but it's still applicable in today's life. It can be applicable in your job, your relationship, in your career. The reason is most of us, we think that we need a lot of requirements to get the job we want, not knowing that if you just give emotion to yourself enough times, God will create a path for you to get that job without those requirements. Simple as that. I know it sounds crazy, but let me explain it to you. The reason it seems like you don't know how you're gonna be successful or how you're gonna make it or how you can get out of any situation you're in is because your mind was conceived to be limited. When Adam and Eve, they were in the garden and they ate that apple, they got separated from God. God is the superconscious. And by eating that apple, that's how they got just the mind, not the superconscious. But God did not cut you off forever. He still gave you a bridge to reach him. That is the subconscious mind. So your mind is limited. The superconscious is unlimited. So in order for you to reach the superconscious, you first need to get through the subconscious. And what is the subconscious? The subconscious is emotion. It comes down to that. That's why it's talking about seek ye first the kingdom of God and all these things shall be added to you. Whatever you want, find the emotional equivalent to it, and then eventually it will reach the superconscious. As soon as you reach the superconscious, God's gonna send you a message through your intuition. You can start to take action, and then reality will change. But it will never change if you don't seek the emotion first. You seek the emotion, and then you get access to the superconscious. It's the superconscious that will help you get out of any situation you're in, because your mind is limited. And again, I'm gonna use myself as an example so you can clearly understand it. For example, when I was in the country where I was born, a third world country, Madagascar, I only saw lack, right? It didn't make sense to my mind how I'm gonna get out of there. Now I'm in America, right? There's literally like 2 oceans and 2 continents separating those countries. I didn't know how I would get here. So in my mind, I was like, I don't know, right? But emotionally, I always felt that I can do it. How? Because I just used my imagination. I didn't use nothing else. I didn't start to look on the internet how to do this or how to do that. I went straight to the core source. I went straight to the subconscious mind. I went straight to the emotion. How would I feel if I was not in this country? That's exactly how I got out of it. Because the superconscious was the one doing all the work. Remember, the battle is God, not yours. And your only job is to find the emotion, and then you let God solve your problem. And the way you solve the problem, it's not just gonna fall from the sky. You cultivate the emotion equivalent of whatever you want, and then you will reach the superconscious. The superconscious will reach to you through your intuition. As soon as you get that intuition, now you can start to take action. You take action, your reality will shift. Simple as that. It doesn't get more complicated. Reality is actually very easy to understand, but because of the fact that your mind is limited, it always seeks to understand what's impossible to understand. That's why even in the spiritual space in general, or manifestation or quantum physics, whatever you want to call it, it seems so complicated with all those graphs and all those astrology signs and everything, it looks so complicated, but it boils down to this. Understand your mind is limited, so don't even try to understand how you're gonna make it. Just feel the emotion, and then later on, you're gonna have the intuition. As soon as you get the intuition from the superconscious, now you can start to take action, and your action will not just get wasted. Because I'm sure you've tried your best, but you still failed. The reason is because you didn't tap into the superconscious. All you have to do is tap into the superconscious by using your subconscious. You use your subconscious by cultivating the emotion. How do you cultivate the emotion? Just with imagination. It's simple. It's so simple. That's all you have to do. And then watch, you will get it. It was already written 1,000 years ago. You just gotta replicate it. The only book you need to be successful is the Bible. But if you do not have outside knowledge and you just read the Bible straight away, you're not gonna really understand this. I spent like 10 years of my life just reading the Bible. I read it 13 times. And I still didn't understand this concept right here. It's only when I came up on the esoteric, that's only then that it made sense. But you don't need to go to the esoteric or anything like that. I'm already explaining to you how it works. And it came straight from the Bible. And there's one more concept you need to understand to make everything click. The last one is river in the desert. The story behind it is that Moses and the chosen people, they were in the desert and they had no water. So God said, "Behold, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Rivers in the desert just means that He's gonna create a way for you to get whatever you want, regarding of how impossible it seems. Because literally, how are you gonna see river in the desert? Doesn't make sense, right? What Moses did back then, he split a rock in two, and then boom, water came out of it. Now, if you go to the desert and you split rocks, you're probably gonna find water. But what you can do is, you can start a business. You can go up to that girl or go up to that guy. You can start to apply for a job. And if you cultivated the emotion enough times, eventually you will get it. There is just no way you won't. The only reason you don't have it is because you didn't seek the kingdom first. You can only receive from heaven. So if you keep failing, your only way is to give it to yourself internally first. And then eventually you're gonna have it externally. One thing you need to understand, you can only see 0.0035% from your eyes. That means that there is a world of 99.9965% that you do not see. That's exactly the world you need to tap in order to tweak your reality. You tap those 99%, I guarantee you will find it. You just can't see it, but it's there. And in order for you to be able to see it, you gotta cultivate it there first. And the Bible is repeating it so many times. Have faith. Have faith. Why? Because what you see with your eyes is not the only thing that exists. Judge by righteous judgment. And righteous judgment is seeing the 99.9965%, not what your eyes see. Let's say, for example, you look at your business. You have no clients. You have nothing. The only way for you to get clients is to feel the emotion of having a bunch of clients. That's it. And watch, you're gonna have those clients. Let's say you're a guy and you struggle with dating girls. All you have to do is feel the emotion of what a girl will bring you before a girl can even come into your life. Same otherwise. You want a good guy? Feel the emotion of what a good guy will provide. And then eventually a good guy will appear into your life. The way you make river in the desert, the way you unstuck your business, the way you get the relationship you want, the way you improve your career, even if there is no slightest chance of it happening, is by bypassing the logic. The way you bypass the logic, you go straight to the emotion. You go straight to the subconscious mind. It's your subconscious mind that's gonna lead you to the superconscious. The superconscious will send you the message, and then, that's only then, that you can start to take action and have the life you want. This is you right now, let's say, and this is you with a better job, for example. You may think that in order for you to get that job, you need a bunch of requirements. But what if I told you that all you need to do is feel the emotion of the version of yourself that already has the job, and then from then only, that's when you're gonna get the path to get those requirements if you ever need them to get that job. You need to jump straight to the conclusion. Jump straight to the emotional state. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. A man can receive only from heaven. You will feel like you're in heaven once you're here. Trust me. This same with a relationship. You may think that you need more money, more car, a better house to get that girl, not knowing that you might not even need it. Because God is literally able to make rivers in the desert. You're gonna be able to make bricks without straw. As long as you serve faith instead of fear, you will eventually get it. So, whatever you want in life, bypass the middleman, bypass the requirements. Let's say, one more example, you wanna improve your business. You may think that you need more clients. You may think that you need to retweak everything and review everything. You think that you may hire people and fire some, not knowing that the only way to be sure that you're taking the right action is jumping straight to the conclusion, is feeling those emotions. And then those emotions are gonna tell you exactly what you need to do in order for your business to work, in order for you to get the relationship, in order for you to get the job. Go straight to the version of yourself that already has it. And then you get the intuition to take action from. And as soon as you take that action, your reality will change. This version of yourself will talk you through your intuition and then give you exactly the idea on how to get there. And then you get there without even having to hustle or to hard work or to struggle, because that's where struggle comes from. Struggle comes from misalignment. Struggle comes from those 3 first Bible verses that I told you at the beginning. If you practice this consistently and at will, trust me, you'll get whatever you want in your life. It's this simple. It's this easy. It doesn't get more complicated. The Bible said it, not me. I'm just somebody that applied everything that was in there. That's how I get where I am today. And after understanding all of this, you still need help, link in the description. Otherwise, go practice. Don't just watch the video to watch the video. Take screenshot. This board is not for me, it's for you.